spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of jank, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of electronics repair. This is the Big Bad Bench Wide World of Jank.
Thank you to all my patrons. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and this is just the outsides of a Connectix Quickcam. I guess we should just go right under the microscope and take a look at what's inside this Connectix Quickcam. Here we go, look at this guy. He's a guy, a little guy. We're gonna recap a webcam. How exciting is that? That is probably the least exciting thing that has happened to any of you this week, I'm sure. So take a look at that real quick. And let me say hi to folks in the chat. We got all things DG, Garth Beagle, Jack68K, Papa, Brad Bell, Adam Baranek. Hello, folks. Hello. So yeah, it actually doesn't look that bad. There was some juice on this. When I opened it up, but I guess that seemed to have evaporated. So a couple things about this. So I think it was Dan Bill Goats told me that the biggest issue is actually the cataracts. And so if you know eyeballs, cataracts are things that prevent your lens from working. And so there's a screw here, and you unscrew this guy. I think this is like to lock in the focus or something like that. So you gently unscrew this. It will unscrew eventually. Come on. We're getting there. That's a good question, Garth. I don't know if this is a color Quickcam or not. It's kind of hard to say. Oh. What's going on? You should be coming off by now. No? It just doesn't want to come off. It's just keeps, we're just screwing. We're screwing. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Look at that friggin' mess. So, you think it'll be black and white after this. Oh, this is actually kind of neat. There's a lens back there. There's a lens up there. This is kind of cool. So I guess we got to take this. I looked at that and I was like, oh crap, and then I just put that back on because I didn't want to deal with it. So then I think this brass ring is just to like give it some weight so it doesn't fly all around. And it looks like we can't get to that. So I guess we got to take this plastic housing. Oh, you can see there was some corrosion. The screw is pretty gross. So yeah, this is all part of my goal to try to stream from a vintage Mac. So I need cameras. So this hopefully should be a camera. So I don't know. There's a FCC ID on this one. It says LKD1, but since I've never actually used this thing, I have no idea if that means it's color or not. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Look at that little sensor. All right, so this actually helps a lot. I was worried that we weren't going to be able to do much because of how close this all was. Wow, look at that. That is gross. Hello, Thord Mac. I came to this channel expecting Mac cereal. We don't have any food here. You generally this channel makes you not want to eat. Like right now, this is a good. This makes you definitely not want to eat. All right, so we got some foam. It's Trina's Technobabble, hello. And Eric Helgeson, hello. This thing is gross. They didn't even, like, cut it straight. What the heck is this? What are we even doing here? So yeah, this was just like crammed inside this thing. It's some kind of filter. I don't understand what it's filtering, but we're gonna clean it. It's just encrusted with something. I guess I'll start with that blue juice. Where's my blue juice? Sorry. Listen to John walk around the workshop. Oh, I gotta tell you the story about this week. Yesterday I had a fun event pop up. Well, I guess it wasn't. Well, I guess it's sort of an event. So I'm sitting here, and my security camera goes off. And I look, and there's somebody in my driveway, and they're just sitting in their car in the driveway. I'm like, okay. So I go, and I'm like, hey, can I help you? And it's this old lady. And she's like, I lost my cat. I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, I was across the street and I opened the door of my car and it ran out. And I was like, okay, well, there's lots of places for cats to hide around here. And so I'm looking around and I find, so I asked her, I was like, all right, well, give me your phone number and I'll give you a call if I find it. And she's like, hold on, let me look up my number. And I'm like, why would you need to look up your own phone number? So that was weird. Oh yeah, that cleaned up nice. Okay. So the fact that this is blue is making me think that this is going to be a black and white webcam. So she looks up her number and she gives it to me, and so she leaves and I start looking around for the cat. Hey, it's Hardware Hacker and it's Rudy's Retro Intel. So yeah, I'm assuming this is going to be a grayscale cam if it has this weird blue filter on it. All right, so that's cleaned up. I was worried that this would be like really, really screwed up. So that's good. Maybe should we use a Kim wipe? Do I have any more Kim wipes? Oh yeah, I got some Kim wipes. All right, I'll set this and some more in a Kim wipe. All right, so we'll set that aside and let's go back to this thing. So I think what we're gonna do, I was thinking we might have to take oh wow, okay, there's a little weird corrosion on those capacitors. Or maybe that was just foam. Yeah, that's just foam. It's like they really didn't care. They're like, let's just slap it in there, it's fine. All right, so we're gonna use hot air to take these caps off. I was thinking that it was gonna be like potentially it was too close to the sensor. Where's my fancy heat shield? Okay, so this is just a piece of aluminum siding trim. So we're gonna bend this. I like to use this trim just because it's so flexible and you can do stuff. So see how I have that now? It's protecting that. We could even protect that diode if we want. Look at that diode. That's now protected. Yes, we're streaming about a webcam. How meta is that? All right, so we're gonna put on some hot air. Sorry, the light's gonna flicker for a second while we do this. We're gonna blow up some caps. So if you need to do one of these cams, and we'll figure out at some point, hopefully, whether this is black and white or color, but I'm assuming that it's, although look at the way the color changes in there. There's like a prism inside that. Maybe this is a color one. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Oh, that came off nice. Oh yeah, it smells would definitely have leaky caps from the smell. Well, also I saw leakage before. Blah, 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 blah. If you need to do one of these, I put a cap map in the video description. I'm sure there's going to be tons of people that just want to recap their old webcams. This thing is going to get me 1 million views, I know that. 2016. That's one I forgot to order, so we're going to have to use the Bojank caps that I bought off of Amazon. Oh yeah, that's juicy. Oh, that's juicy. So how was it opening the outside? It was unpleasant. We'll talk about that a little later. It's possible to open it without completely destroying it, but you have to destroy it somewhat in order to open it. But we'll be able to redo it. Oh, there you can see some juice right there. In the cap map, I'm assuming that these are 6.3 volt caps, just because that's more of a common value as opposed to 6 volt. Okay, that's all the caps off. That's not bad. I just explained what the heat shield was, Eric. It's aluminum siding trim. This is the best heat shields that I've gotten. They work so well. All right, so now we're going to use some flux to clean this up. Well, we're going to use this flux to help remove the solder. Yeah, this is something that hardware hacker's joking about getting it to work in his Mac 128K. One of the things I thought would be cool is that if this were black and white, getting it to work on one of the 68030 accelerated compact Macs, but apparently there's something in the ROMs that you can't do it correctly. You can't get the quick draw in there, but I don't know. Maybe we could figure out a way to do that. I really want a Blue Scuzzy to emulate a scanner so we can have the world's least efficient mode of transferring an image to a vintage computer. That sounds great. That sounds lovely. Oh look, I bought real desoldering braid. I'm a big boy now. Oh, gotta turn your soldering iron on if you want this to happen. Eric says it's possible to do that mod, but he's not the one that's gonna do it. Fine, Eric, fine. Just leave us all to flail about. I'm sure Tech Knight could eventually figure it out, but he's a busy person too. Everyone's busy except for me. I'm so not busy that I'm here recapping a webcam. This might be the low point of the internet. Oh, it's ugly smelling. Oh, it smells bad. So I was going to use this on my 6600 AV, but I just found out between all the stuff that I've been doing on that the 6600 AV has decided that it it doesn't want to use its sound anymore. So it has no idea what sound is at this point. It still does a startup chime, but it will not give us any sound inside Mac OS. And it locks up if you try to go to the control panel. So that's swell. And I'll show you what I've been doing with that, trying to get Lazy Blue Goats going. It was kind of a mess, or it is still very much a mess. Yeah, there's some corrosion on that one. Okay. That's a good question, Thord Mac. I have no idea. Adam Baranek says, this is not the low point of the internet. Twitter exists. Alright, so we're just going to isopropanol up this. Clean up all this mess. That's all nice. That's so nice. So what's everybody working on today? I guess you folks are mostly probably slacking off at work. Who's slacking off at work? Unless you're European, you're probably home by now. But. Well, we got some isopropanol on here. Let's just give that a little bath in case any of that cap juice made its way on the other side. Give it a little love. All things DG's eating dinner. Hey, it's Mac 84. Uh-oh. I'm not trying to die from stress. Is recapping a webcam causing you undue stress, Mac 84? Yes, this is stressful. Alright, so that's that. Oh shoot, I gotta pull up my cat map. I forgot I made a cat map. Where's things on my desktop? I have too many. All the caps. Where is my stuff on the internet? Oh, here we are. Hey, it's Kefka Floyd, aka User Landia. Hello. Who else have I missed? Who else is here, you crazy people? Slacking off. Alright, so the one that we gotta do first is the 22016, which is up here. That one is getting a Bojank capacitor. I bought that pack before I really started doing all this kind of work, so I haven't used it very much. There's some dog hair. Okay. Where did Kefu? Yeah, I was kind of surprised at how many caps were in this thing as well, Dan. It's a little bigger than the original. This might be why Steve was having trouble putting his back together. Or what did you say? I forget what you said exactly on the social medias when you commented that it was hard to fit everything back in, Steve. Oh yeah, we can squinch that over a little bit. Let's just give this one a little more solder. Oh, there we go. Mac Pro 5.1, I love that machine. Steve, I think, used that as a streaming machine for the longest time. Okay, so now what do we got? Now we got just, let's put in the 330 6.3s. These are kind of interesting. This is not the original bag. This came in like a silver bag that was sealed and had a moisture meter on it. That was kind of weird. All right. For capacitors, I mean, I've gotten electronics components that are like that, but it's freaking capacitors. All right, what are we doing? Putting them here. All right. So, one of the things to keep in mind is that when you have capacitors like this, you just want to make sure that you're not going to short stuff out on the bottom. And as we always mention, tantalums, the stripe is on the positive side as opposed to other things where the stripe is on the negative side. Put that on there. When I do these, I'm just going to hold this ever so slightly off the board to just really guarantee that I'm not going to short that out against the stuff underneath of it. There we go. There's a little tiny gap underneath of those. Glob up some solder. Make sure to do the other side. Oh, look at all the junk I already got all over the sensor. Can't take me anywhere. Alright, so you can see a little gap I left underneath of those. Okay. Now it's all 10 microfarad, 16 volts. And where did I put those? Okay, they're over here. Again, we're going with tantalums on this. I like to use tantalums because they're easier. No other reason. I haven't been able to find a good reason why you shouldn't do it electrically. So, I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh yeah, so this lady's in my driveway. She says she lost her cat. I ask for a phone number so that I can call her if I find it. And she says she has to look it up. She has to look up her phone number. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. I mean, normally people know their phone numbers, so you don't have to look them up. So she finds it and she gives it to me. And so she drives away and I start wandering around, calling the cat's name. And eventually I find the cat. And so I pick him up, bring him in, and he's in my workshop. So I call the phone number, and the phone number is for a pet groomer. I'm like, that's weird. Like, it went to voicemail. So why did this lady give me the phone number of a pet groomer? So the groomer calls back, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much for finding my cat. This woman was getting her dog groomed, and she took my cat with her." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Thank you so much. I got to finish this, and then I'll come get him." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I'm like, "Well, I'm never going to that animal groomer, because they just like don't seem to care about the security of animals." So eventually she texts me, the groomer, and she's like, "The other lady's coming back to pick up the cat." And I was like, "Okay." So the other lady gets here, and she's like, "Yeah, I go and get my dog groomed every couple of weeks, and I come up here and get a coffee across the street while I'm getting my dog groomed." And this time the cat was really bothering me, like wrapping around my legs and stuff, and the groomer said to just take it on a ride. It wanted to go for a ride. So she takes this cat on a ride, and it jumps out of the car across the street at the coffee shop, and it ran over here. But like, who the heck lets you just take your cat? Yeah, just take my cat on a ride. Definitely not going to that animal groomer. So that was my day yesterday. That was more excitement than I needed to have. So I don't know if you notice, I'm doing this based off of these angles. That's going to indicate the plus side of the caps. So this one is pointing that way. All these are pointing the opposite way. So we got to do those the opposite direction. But luckily, I found the cat. I mean, it was a nice cat. I'm walking around my property yelling its name, and I get to one of my barns, and I hear meow. And so I start looking around. I'm like, "Oh, buddy, you got to get out of there. I smelled skunks in that area." And so I did that thing where you sort of rub your fingers together like this, and the cat ran right over me. I don't know what it is about that particular hand motion in cats. Oh, no, we got to point this the other way. I told you, John, we need to point this the other way. So he was hanging out in the workshop a little bit. One, two, three, four, five. It's such a weird situation. I'm still like kind of freaked out about it. Like, who the heck does that? Yeah, just take my cat. Take my cat on a car ride. It is almost as exciting as this exploding tantalum. This is the kind of riveting content that people get on this channel. Stories about cat theft and recapping webcams. Riveting. Okay. They're all on there. They're not as aligned as I would normally like to do, but this is kind of tight quarters. Tantalizing. Oh, buddy. Oh, that was rough. That was a rough one. You're going to get hardware hackers started with the puns. Okay, 2 more to go. And we can put this sad chapter of our lives behind us. Okay, it's looking good. Gotta figure out how to clean that sensor nicely. All right. I think our cappage is complete. Oh, I didn't want to spray it right on the sensor. Oh, that was dumb. That was so dumb. Oh yeah, that's gonna have condensation behind it now. Oh, that's stupid. So there's a chance this thing did not need the recap. Like it, I mean, it definitely was starting to leak, but it might have still been fine. Just needed the cataracts cleaned off of it. I think what we're gonna do is use some hot air to dry that a little bit. Oh yeah, that's bad. Oh, okay. That's not so bad. That's pretty good, actually. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, now we got this stupid thing. At least it's clean now. The little filter. That's gonna work so much better. I guess I should just toss this back in here like it was. It's not like they gave a crap. There we go. Held in together with foam. That's quality American craftsmanship right there. Does this go a certain way? It seems to fit better this way, so we're going to put it in that way. Okay, so we got 3 little screws. They're all the same. Okay, there's that. Now we got to put our brass ring on. That's fine. It's just a Connectix webcam. Can't expect too much goodness out of it. I'm gonna clean the back side of this little unit. So this looks kind of dirty, so I'm just give it a little Windex. Hey, it's socket wench. That's a good question. Did they have USB at this time? I'm guessing there's some overlap, just because the software said that when I looked up on the Macintosh Garden, it said that it worked for both the serial and the USB version. I don't know. Can we see what? Does anyone see any date codes on any of these? No. I don't see any. Oh, 95. So this would have been 95. Yeah, there was probably USB at that point. Yeah, I have the color one for PC in parallel style. So it was like the Pentium 1s when USB started to be a thing. Okay, I think that was just ever so slightly like that. They had video conferencing software. I think I saw someone playing with it. I think it was on Mastodon. Okay, so there we go. All reassembled. Hey, Bacchus. Let's go back to here. Oh, we got such a mess on the BigBadBench. Oh, yeah, if you want to see, 1 second, hold on. Where is this? There we go. Okay. There's my little thing. That's my cat map for this, if you want to see the cat map. Where the heck did my camera control go? Alright, let's zoom in a skosh. So here we are. There's this. So we got our cable coming through here. If we look at the back, you can see there's a square, and I did this really high quality labeling there that says square. So that goes there like that. And that just plugs in. That actually wasn't soldered, which I thought was kind of interesting. So then, oh, I do need to solder the microphone. You know we need to have the microphone work on this guy. Shoot, we should have done that in the microscope. Yeah, let's go back to the microscope. We gotta fix that. So that microphone goes there. I think it goes there anyway. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible heat transfer. Oh, this is not good. I should have done that before putting everything back together. There we go. There. Oh, now you can't see anything because I'm off the screen. All right, did we just do that? Nope. We still have all our stuff. Okay, fine. We're gonna come in on this side. We're gonna do it on this side. All right, fine. Let's just take this off. There we go. That's better. Come on. There we go. Good job, John. Way to desolder. See, and then this guy, it's gonna maybe, let's go back out to the regular camera. So I'm trying to remember how this all goes together. I don't remember which one goes to which side, but it's a microphone, so like, it probably really doesn't matter. So we're gonna put this in like this. Yeah, that's gonna go like that. Okay. Let's solder up those two. Based off of the wire memory, I have a feeling that's the way it went. Oh, right. So I gotta show you about, there we go. All right, so that's how that fits. And then there's another weight that I seem to have lost. It was just freaking here. It was in the thing. There's like a screw dealy. Where did that go? Oh, you stupid. Oh, I gotta plug this into. What the heck, bro? Did it go under my brown goes there? It's really weird to me that that was not soldered in. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. How did this go? So this goes in the bottom. Maybe this needs to go in there first. Oh yeah, so Garth was asking about how easy and or hard it was to get it open. So apparently this only goes in one way. Okay, that's good. That makes that easier. So if you look here, you can see there's a tab there, there, and there. So there's 3 tabs, and they go into these 3 slots over here. So when I opened it up, I could open up a little bit here at the front, and I just pried until I broke all those little tabs. And so then once I broke them, I just put acetone on and redid it. Should I snap this back together? No, because we got to see if it's going to catch fire. So let's just leave it like this. All right. So this is not the system that I was hoping to test this on. I was hoping to test it on the 6600 AV. Oh, there's a tiny capacitor. I hope you're not from this. There's a tiny capacitor. Or a resistor. Probably a resistor. I hope you're not from this. I don't think so. It seems too small for this. Ooh. 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 Okay. So, this computer is What is this computer? Performa 630? I don't know. The number on the front doesn't match what it actually is. Nope. No. What is going on here? There we go. So this is my Performa 630 that has, oh gosh, all the AV bits. So we got the TV tuner, we got the video in. This video in is not currently working because I don't have it installed on this particular drive, and this will not boot my blue SCSI image for the Quadra 950 whatever thing this was. All right, so we're gonna plug this guy in. We're gonna do this like this. I don't know which port is which on this. Yeah, so I have the whole tuner set up for that. So let's go here. And okay, so you can basically see stuff. I was trying to find the AV plugins and to figure out how to use the, I don't know, I forget. I'm gonna have to reinstall the OS. Maybe if we get bored, we can reinstall the OS. We don't need the software for USB. Since I don't know which one this is, we're installing both. Yeah. Let's see. If we look at other computers, it doesn't tell us which one's the modem port and which one's the serial port. Or the modem and the printer. So I'm gonna go with left being the printer. So let's go to printer port. Printer port. All right, let's restart the computer. Oh, Jack 68K has 755 on floppies. That sounds fun. One of these streams, we're gonna install Windows NT 351 on floppies. I think it's like 38 floppies or something like that. That's gonna be a good one. That's almost as compelling as recapping a webcam. Do we see any extensions? Oh yeah, look at them. Did it install an app for us? Oh. So I guess Connectix got bought out by Logitech pretty quick, huh? Oh no. We didn't fix it. Oh, this is cool. This software lets you use the other sources of AV. Neat. All right, it wants to do the color, so maybe. How do we change? Oh, all right, yeah, this is thinking color right now. Let's do. No, that's not doing nothing. This is what happens when you don't have the proper port covers on the back of your computer. So you don't know which port is which. I'm going to switch up which one. So, actually, here's some homework for one of you. Oh, okay, go here. So which one of these is which? I'm gonna assume that's printer and that's modem. I had it attached to the printer port previously. I just switched it to the other one. I had it attached to the left. I'm attaching it to the right now. Printer port is closer to ADB. Okay. That's good. We're attached to the modem port now. Wait a second. Is this a 62? Oh, yeah, maybe this is a 6200. I was thinking it was a 630, but it might be a 6200. No, it's not the 660 AV. We'll talk about that in a second and why I'm sad about that. Here, if you want to see a 660 AV, here's mine. All right, let's see. Let's go back to this. Let's go back up to here. Oh, it's doing a thing. Oh, that is quality. At least we can see it doing a thing. Oh, what if we bring our brightness down? I have a feeling. So with this, remember we got this screw and the little thing in there. That's not very secure, so that wasn't holding a whole lot. Okay. Ooh. This is the quality that we have come to expect from a Quickcam. We can't even tell it's me. We can tell it's doing something. We can also tell it's not happy. Yep. What happens if we do a full-on take picture? Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do with this, the focus dealy. But that didn't seem to do a whole lot. That sucks. All right, let's check real quick. Let's try their software. So here I got my Mavica. Oh, yeah, if you want to. Sorry, I thought I was on the other thing. So there you go. That's what we're dealing with. But let's try the Mavica. See if that works on the AV port. Oh, that works great. Except for it's not in color. Video other. There we go. Oh, maybe in preview you don't get... Nope. That's weird. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. So this is my Mavica doing this, but it's cool to know that their software lets you use other video sources. Don't stretch it. For the love of God, don't stretch it. There's a Quadra 660 AV board. Let's see about our exposure. Oh, look at that. Neat. Oh, maybe let's go back to image picture depth. Let's go to 256 grays and change this thing back to modem port. Is that going to make it any better? It does! It was just confused about the color depth. It was like, why are you trying to do so few colors? Let's see. Let's shut off our Mavica. You can almost make things out now. Oh, nope. I broke it. I broke it. It was close to working. Ah. Maybe I really did yeet something off of there. I don't think I did. I don't know. This might have been a fail. This might have been a super fail. Oh, we only got fails anymore. Nothing good is happening at the BigBadBench these days. There's my shop lights. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Can see my power supply and the oscilloscope. Maybe it just needs higher exposure. Yeah. It actually looks better on YouTube than here. But live webcam with something pointed in there, yeah. Oh, that's still 16 grays. Let's do 256 grays. No, it can't do that. Ooh, that was neat for a half a second. Yeah, no, this is definitely not the color one. Shutter mode. Oof. Yeah, that's bad. That's really terrible. You can kind of make out my microscope. You can't see, I can't see that at all on my TV, actually. It looks so much better on the internet. Look, you can even make out my arm. There's my arm. That's weird. This is so weird. I don't understand why it looks better over there on the interweb than it does on here. Well, anyway, so let's talk about my sadness for the week. Just add more sadness. That's fine. Okay, so here's my Quadra 660 AV board. And you can see all the chips that say LBG are Lazy Blue Goat chips that I have transferred off of his board, attempting to see if the chips are good. And here's his board with my chips that were good. And you can see we're missing a lot right now. So here's all the VRAM, the 245s. This is the SCSI / Ethernet controller. There's a floppy controller. There's the onboard RAMs all gone. This is the I don't know, I think it's the video capture chip. The DSP, that's right. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this to make it chime. And this is actually the most functional this board has been. So basically what happens is when I power it up, I get like a little blip of activity. In this current configuration, I see the most blip of activity, and then it just shuts down the bus. So that sucks. So I went to go test stuff today, my Mavica on here, because we tested it before and it worked fine. Turns out that it's not seeing any audio right now. And so this is the audio chip, and so I did have Lazy Blue, or no, I had the one from the Quadra 840 AV board on here, just to see if that chip was still good. And I was like, oh, well, I guess maybe that's not good. And I put mine back on, and it's also not good. So, I gotta figure out why this thing has no audio. So that's annoying as heck. My Quadra 950 that's over here, which is the one I really love to stream on, I cannot get the right software for it. So I have the Avid, and I watched a video from the guy who created the software. It is called Avid. I always thought it was Avid. I watched a video from him and learned about the software, but I can't find the software. So I need an older version that works with the new bus stuff. And so I'm running, I can't do a whole lot with this. Apparently the hard drive that was in there was not the drive that had all the video editing hardware in it, or the video editing software. But one of the neat things I found is that the one of the cards that was in there is actually, it can function, aside from being a video capture card, it functions as a regular monitor, like video card. And so I figured out that I can plug into it and use my adapter. This does RGB and composite sync. And if you have one of these adapters that can break out the composite sync to VGA, it works totally just fine. So this was pretty cool. This was a good find. And then I was doing this temporarily with these little pluggy-doos, and I accidentally dropped it, and then all my pluggy-doos came out, so I gotta put that all back together. So that's annoying, but that's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm up to now. So this sucks. This really sucks. You can kind of see stuff, but you can't. I'm gonna go back and try to clean it up. Maybe should we try taking that filter out and seeing if that does anything? I'm pretty sure that's not gonna affect it at all. But yeah, I don't think so, Jack. I don't think we can replace the CCD and the lens with a modern one. I don't think that's how that works. I don't know. Maybe you could. You're smarter than me. You figure that out. What happens if we just totally take this out? Oh yeah, we're focusing on nothing right now. Oh, there's some moisture there. That's fine. Let's take this. Let's take that filter out and see what that does. Cupom only wants it to be crummy. Yeah, but who knows what the signals are, Jack? That's the issue. Uh-oh. Did I just lose my screws? Where did I put them screws? There we go. Oh, this one's still in there. Bloop, 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 bloop. Keep that in there nice and tight. Hey, it's 1-bit fever dreams. Hello. This webcam is currently a 1-bit fever dream. Yeah, it's totally on right now. Let's see. It still looks better through the internet than it does right here. Oh look, you can almost see the knobs on the power supply. Oh. Oh yeah, that's great. So yeah, it kind of sort of works. There is some like reflection that's making me think that has something to do with the. Oh, can we? Sizes. Full. Half. That almost works. Hi. I guess you could tell that you were talking to somebody. If it says you can get a better picture opening up Super Paint and drawing it yourself. Yeah. Basically. So there we go. So I don't think we're going to use this as one of our video sources. What color depth are we at here? We're at 256 grays. Can we go to 256 colors? Yeah, that's not going to change it. Ooh, sorry for people that are sensitive to flashing. Angle of view. Zoomed. Look at that. You can zoom in. So this is working better than it did. As I like to say, better doesn't always mean good. All right, what size? So that's hard to say. It looks around like 320 by 240. Does that seem about right? Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to use this for a stream. Yeah, I don't know if size. Yeah, it didn't have that option. We only have full half quarter. Frame rate's way up for quarter. We're at like 60 FPS there, but we can't see anything. Yeah, I'll try cleaning the lens again. Alright, well, I think that's gonna do it for today. We've already wasted enough of people's lives on this mess. So yeah, come back Saturday. We'll do something. I don't know what we're gonna do on Saturday, but I sure have enough work to do around here that we will not be wanting for stuff to do. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I want to thank my patrons, my Janka crew, the people that really make sure I'm covered in Janka. Matt Hargett, Cut Bomb, Garth Beagle, Brian Carefort, David Starbuck, Ian Scott, Jamie's Hack Shack, All Things DG, Chris Angelis, Scout, Jack68K, Bacchus, Asmodeus Deviluke, Alan Gracia, Rudy's Retro Intel, Dustin Cooper, Suika Pan, CDI, and Lazy Blue Goat. My Jank team, Hardware Hacker, Mark Kruger, III DIY, Charles Bullock, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Mark from Millennium Max, Mr. Tech Gadget, Mike K, Mac84, and Retro Viator. Thank you all for joining me. Join me back on Saturday for my normal streaming at noon Eastern Time. And until then, have a lovely rest of your week. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself. Bye, y'all.